My beloved child, I have placed something in your life that you have not yet seen. It is not something you can hold in your hands, not yet. It is not something you can touch or taste or measure with the instruments of this world. It is not a paycheck that has already cleared or a door that has already swung open. It is something deeper, something quieter, something that has been growing in the shadows of your life while you were looking elsewhere. I call it a hidden blessing, and it is closer to you than you realize. You have been asking me for signs. You have been looking for evidence that I am still working on your behalf. You have been wondering if your prayers have been heard, if your waiting has been noticed, if your faithfulness has been seen. And I have been listening to every word, every tear, every whispered question, but what you have been asking for is only part of what I am giving you, because what I am giving you is not just what you can see. It is what you cannot see. It is not just what you can understand. It is what will only make sense later. It is not just a blessing that will land in your lap. It is a blessing that has been growing in secret, hidden from the eyes of the enemy, hidden from the noise of the world, hidden even from your own understanding. I have been preparing something for you that you have not yet seen. And when it finally breaks through, you will say, "This is what you were doing all along." You have been walking through a season of waiting, and waiting has been hard on you. It has stretched you in ways you did not expect. It has tested your patience and challenged your faith and made you wonder if you would ever see the fulfillment of what you have been believing for. You have felt like you are standing still while the world moves forward. You have felt like you are holding on to a promise that is taking too long to arrive. But I want you to hear this, child. I have not been delaying your blessing. I have been protecting it. There are things you have been asking for that would have overwhelmed you if they had come too soon. There are doors you have been knocking on that I have kept closed, not to frustrate you, but to keep you from walking into a room you were not yet ready to enter. There are prayers I have answered in silence, because the answer was not yet ready to be spoken. What you cannot see is this: I have been forming your blessing in the shadows. I have been shaping it with care, with precision, with a love that does not rush. I have been taking the raw materials of your life, your struggles, your failures, your tears, your unanswered prayers, and I have been weaving them into something beautiful, something that will not just bless you, but will bless everyone around you. This blessing is hidden because it is being protected. And it is being protected because it is precious. There is a story I want to remind you of. It is the story of a young man who was given a dream that seemed impossible. He saw a vision of greatness, but then he was thrown into a pit. He was sold into slavery. He was falsely accused. He spent years in a prison, forgotten by those he had helped, abandoned by those he had trusted. He must have wondered if he had imagined the dream. He must have questioned whether he had heard me correctly. He must have doubted, in his quietest moments, whether the promise would ever come true. But I was working in the shadows. I was preparing him for a position he could not have handled if it had come too soon. I was teaching him lessons he could not have learned in a palace. I was building character in him that would one day sustain him when he stood before kings. And when the time was right, when the hidden blessing was fully formed, I brought him out of the prison and into the palace. I placed him in a position of power beyond anything he could have imagined. I made him a blessing to nations. The hidden blessing was not hidden because I had forgotten him. It was hidden because I was preparing him. And that is what I am doing with you, child. You have been in a pit of your own. Not a literal pit, but a pit of waiting, of confusion, of wondering when your season will change. You have felt forgotten. You have felt overlooked. You have felt like the promise you are carrying is too heavy and the road ahead is too long. But I have been working in the shadows. I have been preparing not just the blessing, but you. Because the blessing that is coming is not just a thing. It is not just an outcome. It is not just a door opening or a prayer being answered. It is a season of fullness that will require a depth in you that could not have been formed any other way. I have been forming that depth in you. Through every sleepless night, through every tear you have cried, through every moment of doubt and every question you have asked in the dark, I have been shaping you into someone who can carry what I am about to release. The hidden blessing is coming, but it is coming to the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. I want you to stop seeing your waiting as wasted time. I want you to stop seeing your struggle as meaningless. I want you to stop believing that your silence means I have stopped working, because I have been working in ways you cannot see. I have been moving pieces you cannot control. I have been arranging circumstances you cannot influence. I have been softening hearts you cannot reach. I have been preparing a place for you that you cannot yet enter, and all of it, every detail, every delay, every closed door, has been part of a plan that is bigger than you can imagine. You have been asking me for a blessing, and I have been giving you a blessing, but not the kind you expected, because the kind you expected would have been temporary. It would have satisfied you for a moment and then left you wanting more. It would have felt good for a season and then faded away. But the kind I am giving you is eternal. It is lasting. It is the kind that will not just change your circumstances. It will change your soul. It will not just give you what you want. It will make you who I created you to be. So do not lose heart, child. Do not lose heart because you cannot see what I am doing. Do not lose heart because the answer has not come yet. Do not lose heart because the blessing is still hidden. Because the hidden blessing is the most powerful kind. It is the kind that has been protected from the enemy. It is the kind that has been prepared with precision. It is the kind that has been timed to perfection. It is the kind that will not just arrive, it will remain. It will not just bless you, it will bless generations. It will not just answer one prayer, it will open a door that no one can close. And when it finally breaks through, when the hidden blessing becomes visible, you will look back and understand. You will understand why you had to wait. You will understand why the path was so long. You will understand why I kept it hidden for so long. And you will say, "He knew what he was doing." So hold on, child. Hold on to the promise I have placed in your heart. Hold on to the dream I have planted in your soul. Hold on to the hope that has not yet been fulfilled, because the hidden blessing is coming. It is closer than you think. It is more beautiful than you can imagine, and it will be worth every moment you have waited. Your waiting has not been wasted. Your tears have not been forgotten. Your prayers have not been ignored. I have been working in the shadows, and I am about to bring your hidden blessing into the light. Amen.